I don't care if it's Instagram, Facebook, MySpace, or Teletype. If there's somebody there, I'm going to be where they are. Hey, Nerd Chuck is in the building. What's up, man?
Life is good, man. Thanks for having me. You know how pumped I am I'm doing the show.
My man Taz Daddy.
Yes, sir. I can make millions for other people. I can make millions for
year in, year out. He not a rookie. He a man of many hats and different skills. Give him any struggle in business and watch he make it build. Hard to believe, and please check the resume. Best-selling author and showcase on Ebony. Two-time Southern Entertainment Award winner.
Oh, yeah. What's Poppington, people? Want to make sure you can hear me clearly. Welcome to the show. Y'all know what time it is. It is yours truly, Dave Anderson, the Business Bully. Hope all is well in your world. Man, it's been a bit of a busy week for your boy. Say hello. Let me know where you're checking in from. Want to make sure you can hear me okay. If I'm too loud, if I'm not loud enough, let me know. I'm out here pouring a fresh glass of oppressive white tears so that I can make sure I quench my thirst at all costs. What up, Kari? What's going on, big homie? Good to see you, young brother. Yes. So, what up, Facebook user? What's popping? Xavier, what's up? Callie's in the building. All right. Carla's in the building. Happy birthday, Carla. 42. Jackie Robinson, you're making it happen. Facebook user says the sound is good. Oklahoma, when the winds come sweeping down the plain. Now, if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell. Make sure you're leaving a comment. Let me know where you're coming in from. I need to make sure that y'all can hear me and that we are rocking and rolling because we're having a good day today. Albert Watkins, good day, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. What's popping with you? Want to make sure, yo, man, I love doing what I'm doing right now, bro. So I'm happy to be here, but I want to have some conversations. What up, Doreen Bernice Lewison? Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Make sure you are sharing this video because we want to have an honest conversation. Now, I'm going to start this off by saying the views and expressions of Dave Anderson are the views and expressions of Dave Anderson, right? I'm going to take my glasses off because I don't think I need to see too much. I'm nearsighted enough to make this thing happen. I want to also start off by saying that we are going to get this thing all the way turned up. Crystal's coming in from Japan. Well, konnichiwa, bitches. Pearland, Texas. All right. So listen, what up, Cliff? This ain't going to be pretty. This ain't going to be pretty because what I'm starting to see is there's a bunch of, as my good friend Jeff Brown will refer to as Jasper as shade tree house coons out here trying to justify why Ma'Khia Bryant was murdered. And I'm calling it a murder. What up, Dr. Charm Timms? Good to see you. Latoya's in the building. Good to see you. Thanks so much for being here. Oh, we're going to have this conversation. Now, I want to let y'all know, I ain't like a lot of these other bitch-ass people on the internets. I want the smoke. So if you want to bring your ass on here, I'll put up the link, and I will promptly roast your ass if you disagree with me. And I ain't got to be evil about it. I'm just going to hit you. And listen, you know how Harry Potter had the goblet of fire? And the sorting hat. I'm just going to reach into my magical bag of facts and just start blasting your punk asses. Yeah, I mean, shout out to the Bronx in the building. Good to see you. All right, so what I'm seeing from people is a bunch of bullshit. And so what I'd like to do very quickly, we got some time here. I want to be able to go ahead and talk to you guys simply about what actually goes on, but I also want to talk to you, if I can, about some of the points that I hear. And so this is I'm going to go just through a couple of points because the one thing I don't want to do is get on here and somebody said, well, he's rambling. Oh, I thought I was born a rambling man. Not today. So, I want to start off by hitting you with this first point. And this one is important because a lot of people want to throw this one in my face. So I want to hit y'all with it, and I want to make sure I'm pulling it up right. Forgive me, technology is doing its thing. All right, so yeah, that is the point. All right, so point number one: if it was your daughter, you would welcome deadly force. Now, for those of you who don't know what happened, right around the time of the Derek Chauvin conviction being read, the jury verdict being read in the courtroom, a young lady in Columbus, Ohio, was killed. I say murdered by a police officer who came on the scene, right, and in 22 seconds said, get down, pop, 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 pop. Killed this girl center mass. Now, people say she had a knife. I saw a knife. But I like to put things in context. All right. So here's the truth of the matter. Number one, you're dealing with a young woman who was in the foster care system, right? So she already ain't got no parents. So let's just start the bidding at that. Point number two, there were 2 calls made to the police. They're not saying who made those calls, but according to a lot of witnesses, Ma'Khia Bryant made one of those calls. We know for a fact she made at least one of those calls, even though I find it funny that the police won't say who made the calls, but we know for a fact that Ma'Khia Bryant made one of those calls, right? And the reason she made one of those calls is because 4 little ne'er-do-well heifers went out here and decided that they was going to roll on her, as we say in Philly, or gang up on her to beat her, right? And when I say that it doesn't make any sense, that that was happening, people start talking all of this nonsensical BS. So I'm gonna hit you with the magical bag of facts. So let's see here. Keel Mason said, haven't heard about this yet. Yeah, no. So she's trying to defend herself against 4 girls, right? Now, I don't know if you've ever been bullied, but it's absolutely cuckoo. You know. Let's see here. Mike says, bro, I think you're starting off with the wrong points, bro. Okay, well, and Mike, let me do you a favor, young partner. Bring it thine ass. Here's the link. Let me help you out. Bring your ass on here and tell me what the right points are. Because I'm starting with the points I want to start with, because this here is my broadcast. So she's out there defending herself, right, against 4 would-be assailants who have it in for her. All right. Now, not only that, I just put the link up, Mike. Not only that. So here's where we go. Antonio Starr, I'm going to give you the same respect you gave me. Going about your business. This ain't a debate. This my show. So I'm gonna give you the same. I'm gonna give you the same respect you gave me. So here's what happens, right? We're gonna go ahead, and I'm gonna actually do what Antonio asked me to do. We're gonna run this. We're gonna run this because I want y'all to see it. So I actually happen to have that beam footage. All right, so let's roll the beam footage. Let's get the trigger warning popping. Let's open this up. And of course, they're going to stop it right there.
Shooting. Normally, we don't provide information this soon, but we understand the public's need, desire, and expectation to have transparency upon what happened. We've worked very hard tonight to provide you a short video of the officer, the first officer that arrived at scene, and this is the officer that did ultimately fire his weapon. The information was that a caller said females were there trying to stab them and put their hands on them. Medics were called right away. Officers, you can see from the video, the one officer is assessing the young lady for injuries, and then CPR was started. Once we are able to release that full public record to you.
All right. So there's a video. So here's the thing. Last I checked, 4-on-1 is a bitch move. That's one. Two, when people say, and I want to get back to that, that point. I see you, Felix. I'm about to bring you up in a second, big homie. If it was your daughter, you welcome Deadly Force. Well, the thing of it is, it would never be my daughter, and I'll tell you why. I'm from the real hood. I'm not from a made-up hood that has, mud and this. I'm from the bricks. You dig? And the one thing you don't do is punk shit. And rolling up 4 deep for one 16-year-old girl is a punk move, and my kids know better. Because I've been the type of I've been in situations with my oldest daughter where somebody tried to roll on her. You know, me and her mother went up to that school. It was like, you can't get along, let's get a fair one going. But it's going to be a fair one. The problem is we have at least 4 sets of parents that do not know how to teach their children to shoot the fair one. That's problem number one. My daughter would never, ever be in that situation. So let's just deal with that, right? He didn't ask who made the call. He didn't ask what was going on. He was just like, you do it, pop, 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 pop. Right? Now, here's the fucking gag. I am the son of a cop. I am the brother of a cop. I am the nephew of 2 cops. I have nothing but cops in my family. And any cop will tell you the one thing that they hate doing if they're really good cops is pulling out that weapon. Because they pull out their weapon, it's a shit ton of paperwork, especially in this environment. It's a fucking nightmare. The union will fuck with you. Da, 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 da. So first things first is you're going to give an order, then you're probably going to try and tase them or do what you have to do to incapacitate that individual. And there's training. Oh, and by the way, 9 times out of 10, you flacked up. So that little bitty kitchen knife, it's not like she came out there like Crocodile goddamn Dundee. Get the fuck on. And that's the problem with me, right? All of these things don't get talked about. And it's just like, oh, well, if it was your daughter, you would want somebody. You know what? If my daughter went out there 4 deep to somebody's house looking for smoke and she got it, I would be upset that she was that damn stupid. And I would be devastated that it happened. But if she was really going around here bullying people, and not in a fun business bully, tongue-in-cheek, trademarked way, I'm talking about straight up and down, physically threatening somebody like a punk ass that I didn't raise, she got what's coming to her. Hate to break that down, but that's how it is. So I want to bring up my man Felix. What's popping, young homie?
Hey, what's going on, sir? What's
trying to be like you when I grow up.
Nah, man. Yeah. I'm half grown. I actually look taller than I really am, man. I'm actually only like 5'6", man. So trust me, you don't want to be like me when you grow up.
No, that would require me to drop damn near a foot, and we're not doing that.
Yeah, man.
What's on your biscuit, Pippin?
Man, you hopped on here. By the way, I've been following you for a minute. Love your content. I love that you're the business bully. I love that you're a disruptor. One thing that I have been seeing just within our community, and I'm very involved in, like I would say, on the progressive side of like Black progress or Black, forward looking, doing shit. I agree with you in terms of like people not doing enough, but when it comes to what happened today with, Ma'Khia, man, I think one of the things we need in our community, man, is a little bit of accountability, man. We can't always buy into this narrative that the media throws out there to say, white cop shoots Black girl. If that was my daughter wielding a weapon, a deadly weapon, a fatal weapon, that could potentially have fatally harmed one of those girls, we have to, as Black leaders, we have to come to the point at times, at least once, fucking once, to be able to say, like, yo, we got to hold ourselves accountable, man. We can't always have this narrative to say that the white police officer was always wrong, because there was somebody that was going to get hurt that day. There was somebody that was going to get hurt that day. And the cop did not have enough context to be able to piece all of that stuff together during that period of time, man. Everybody in the comments in 10 seconds, that's not enough of a response time to ask people what's going on. That girl, that shooting was to an extent merited.
Okay, that is one opinion. So here's my issue with that opinion. Number one, the object of the game is to de-escalate the situation. The man had, did I interrupt?
Go ahead. Sorry.
All right, cool. The object of the game is to de-escalate the situation. I, being 6'2", a whole fucking lot of pounds. Me, yeah. You might have to tase me like 3, 4, 6, 7 times. A 16-year-old girl, homie, she could have been tased. And then, while you bring that up, because I want you to stay here for you, because I really love what you're saying, and I get the whole, we as black leaders need to be accountable. I don't know if you've ever seen me, but I'm the first person telling black people to be accountable. I've been saying this shit for fucking ever. So this is not about a lack of black accountability and all white cops are bad. Fuck, here's the gag for you. My godfather, white fucking cop. My niece and nephew's godparents, white fucking cops. And even they know it's some bullshit, because you're not supposed to just shoot first and ask questions later. If that's the case, we might as well go ahead and go back to the Wild Wild West. We are also not going to act as if there's a difference between the way that black people are handled in weapon situations versus white people. It's a world of difference. And to act like there's not is absolutely naive at best and utterly insane at worst. So, to that point, I want to place. Can I, Darius Love Hall, you? Can I play something for you? So I want y'all to hear something. I want y'all to see something. I want to play something for y'all real quick, because everybody's saying that the color doesn't matter, because he just did what his training taught him to do. Okay, cool. Well, let's just see what happens if somebody brandishing a deadly weapon doesn't come after another individual, but comes after a cop. Let's just see what happens. Oh, guess what? Let's roll that beautiful beam footage.
Who the fuck do you think you are? You're gonna die! Step back! You put that down now! Put your hand down! Opa 2! Opa 2! Opa Cobra come! Opa Cobra!
Yeah, I'm sorry. I missed the part where he was shot.
Trust me when I say again, I get it. I get it. There's always, when it comes to a narrative to be drawn, I understand that there's validation and there's a ton of points to be made to be able to build on a point. What I am saying is, like an example, right? You would never walk through a safari in Africa where you know there's deadly animals, because in your mind you would say there's danger in that particular world, right? The same thing when I speak on accountability, I'm speaking to the absolute, and I don't want to call it a fact. I'm speaking to the absolute, the direction that we understand our country is in and have taken for years, to be able to say, we need to say, hey, you know what? There's just certain things that we have to understand. We have to sort of behave to, like an example, like I forgot the name of the young man, Mr. Wright, that just Dante Wright that just got killed the other day. I've spoken to a number of legal professionals who watched the entire tape, and it is very difficult in the world that we're in for a young black man to jump in his vehicle. There are certain things that we need to hold ourselves accountable for. Are we going to see young Johnny out of Tennessee, or I think it was Tennessee or Kansas, that got shot 2 months ago? No, the media doesn't give a fuck about young Johnny because young Johnny was white. That's not a story. Who gives a fuck about Johnny? If Johnny was Tyrone, that's a story. You post that. In the world we live in right now, what's bought, what is worth $1 million is attention. It's attention.
Oh, okay. So this is an attention thing.
It is absolutely an attention thing. Okay. So when you begin looking at numbers, you're gonna see that we are discriminated against. However, when it comes to what we can respond to, we only respond to the things we see, and it's an absolute attention grabber to be able to put on the front line or on the front page. Lovely headline: Black girl gets shot by white cop. Here's the problem. It's the truth.
Here's the problem. What threat did Dante Wright pose to them?
Who knows?
No, I'm asking you. You can't go. What threat did he pose?
You can't go off of that. You can't go off of that.
Why can't I?
Because you can't.
Wait. That video I just showed you. Showed a man brandishing a weapon at police officer.
At a police officer.
Did he pose a threat?
Not a young.
Did he pose a threat? Did he pose a threat? And he's frozen. Okay. All right. So here's the thing, right? First of all, unlike Negroes who talk a good game, I've actually been on safari in Africa. And if you know anything about going on safari in Africa, the gag of going on safari in Africa is you're in a truck and there's a guide. So I'm trying to understand that. Number two, last I checked, black people were not animals. And this is not a jungle. That was the most white supremacist apologist Stephen from Django-ass argument I think I've ever heard. So we're supposed to, and to me, that's the apologist argument, right? This whole, well, you should have, you should have complied. You should, there's so many things that we could do, and it's all about attention. That would have been cool if I hadn't been in the media since I was 9 years old. I understand sensationalism, but what I don't understand is every time any one of my white friends goes out, and they can be drunk, driving, the whole nine, they can be brandishing weapons, they can have all types of shit. Guess what the fuck happens? They either go to the drunk tank or they get sent home, their weapons get confiscated, and they're taken back to their parents. And you're talking about a threat. How about when white people shoot up entire movie theaters, dye their hair green like the fucking Joker, and then get escorted out? How about when black people are praying in church, white man comes in there, shoots up the entire church, gets arrested without incident, and then gets taken to Burger King? I'm trying to understand, at what point do we not call bullshit on this accountability nonsensical argument? I'm completely confused by that. I'm just trying to understand, because that to me was absolutely crazy. Black people are not a threat. We're just black people. Exactly. I don't understand that. I'm trying to keep up with your comments because y'all are going off. And if you haven't shared the video, please share the video. Mary said he wasn't saying anything. That's because he froze, right? I'm trying to understand, when did we become animals? Like, that's the shit that I don't get. Carlos says, the most kunastic of apologists, and black folks need to understand we are marked and shrink ourselves as small as possible. I'm just not with it. I'm not with it. I don't know what's going on in the comments with Kari and somebody else. I don't really get it, but I mean, I don't know if the man loves his oppressors, but I can't get with that. I also know, and this is the thing. Somebody said, I'm glad his AOL internet froze. Welcome. You've got smoke. I don't understand. Teach, but I see through your emojis you ain't here for that. What the hell are y'all talking about? Mike says, we're not animals. We're too nice sometimes, in my opinion. No, we always got an excuse and explaining when it's them. Now, since we like talking about the law and compliance and things of that nature, I need to point out two very important facts to you all. The first fact I want to point out to you is the young lady, Miss Bryant, right? She, Ma'Khia Bryant, was at her home. They came to her home. That is fact number one. No one can dispute that. Fact number two, I don't know if you know this, in the state of Ohio, it's a stand your ground state. They have passed a stand your ground law. So stand your ground means that you get to defend yourself using any force necessary in order to defend yourself against all attackers. That's what it means to stand your ground. She stood her ground, and she's not here as a result because a cop didn't take 2 seconds to at least put down a taser, get the situation de-escalated, because I don't know if you know this or not, white kids all over America get into shit all the time, right? And what winds up happening is when they get into shit, the gag is they fight with knives and every damn thing else, and somehow they're able to get it popping. Her having the knife is her standing her ground, numbnuts. Pay attention. Like, it's dirt simple. It's a stand your ground state. If 4 people are attacking you, you're going to do whatever you got to do at that point. Point blank and period. That's the whole conversation. That was it. That's it. Taser was right in front of him, not on the side like his gun. Oh, bloop. Conscious decision. And that to me is the most important fact here, because we don't want to talk about anything else. So I really want y'all to understand this. Like, there are all types of things that white kids do, right? Because white kids beat each other up every day in all 50 states with knives involved. And it gets broken up routinely. It gets broken up by teachers and coaches and doctors and nurses and mental health professionals, and sometimes by parents. Who said this? Hacker Spawn says, her shooting was justified. You had a knife and was going to stab someone. I wouldn't have done it any different. There was no time to tase. By the time he tased her, she would have been stabbed 5 times. I can't go that far, because if you know anything about the tasers that they use are powerful enough to usually incapacitate people. People a lot bigger, a lot stronger, and a lot older than her. So, yeah, I call bullshit on that. Hacker Spawn. Fuck out of here with that. I hope they sue that cop personally for wrongful death. She was the victim. Okay, I'll take that. Does anyone know why she was in foster care? Because her mom has been all on the news. I don't know. The story is so fresh, we barely get all that shit. He said, her parent kicked the girl in the head. Let me tell you something. I will kick anybody in the head if it's 4-on-1 with my kid, and I'm happy to take the charges. I'm happy. You can cuff my big ass. You're probably going to need 2 sets of cuffs, but I'm going to kick your if it's 4-on-1, that's not a fight. That's a mob. That's a gang. That is a brutal attack waiting to happen. So I'm going to do whatever I got to do. So if that means a kid gets kicked in the head as a result from coming onto my property and fucking with my kid, I'm kicking that kid all day in the fucking head. That's how we do it up north. Ain't playing that placate shit. Not doing it. Y'all can take that placate shit someplace else. It has been well reported that there were 4 girls, point blank and period. It's a 22-second video. Show us in the video where you can say that she wouldn't have been tased. Fuck out of here. Imagine calling the police and getting killed for it. I'm afraid of that very situation, and that's the point. I ain't got to show you shit. I said what the fuck I goddamn said, just like you did. Same rules apply. What's good for the goose is good for the gander, Antonio Starr. And at the end of the day, how many cops you got in your family? Fuck half the shit you said in your fucking video. Nigga, please. You have done absolutely nothing but talk about, oh no, the cop was justified, and we got to be accountable. That girl was a victim and got victimized. And the thing of it is, nobody is arresting these fucking parents who let them 4 girls massacre that little girl. There's no laws in place where parents are directly responsible to monitor their minor age children and the bullying that they do online, in school, and just out in public. When it comes 4 on fucking 1. I ain't never listen, I've been to Ohio. Matter of fact, I lived in Cleveland. I know what Columbus is like because I've thrown parties there. At the end of the day, ain't nobody running from one, ain't nobody calling the cops on one person unless one person's got a weapon drawn. But 4, yeah, I'm calling the cops. Especially when you come to my house. No, what we're not going to do is sit up here and shame and blame the victim. We're not doing that. Get the fuck out of here. Mary says, I agree. They were on her property bullying her. She had a right to defend herself. And the right to defend yourself is called standing your ground. But see, it's only stand your ground when a young man is walking through his daddy's neighborhood with a pack of Skittles and some iced tea, and some neighborhood watch motherfucker kills him with impunity. Because that's exactly what you damn coons sound like talking about, oh, well, you know, He was justified. He couldn't find the taser. He couldn't use the taser. Get the fuck out of here. You simp. You fucking coon. Fuck out of here. It was her property. She don't have to justify anything. And even if you don't have stand your ground, there's something called castle doctrine. Google this shit. Matter of fact, I'll save you the fucking trouble. Let's go. Let's put up castle doctrine since people don't understand what the fuck is going on out here. Let's break this clear. So, in real time, ladies and gentlemen, no tricks, just facts. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to pull this shit up. Feel free to share, but we're going to go ahead and we're going to get this work. This is a Google search, same as you can do. I put in Castle Doctrine, Ohio. And I quote, the Castle Doctrine. While you have a duty to retreat when threatened in public, Ohio is a stand your ground state when it comes to being threatened in your own home. You do not have to retreat if an intruder enters your home and threatens you or your family. Bing, bang, boom. The end. That's it. That's the whole gag. So at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, it's a stand your ground state. That's it. Antonio, you can call me whatever the fuck you want to. But here's the thing. When black people try to tell you straight up and down that girl could have lived, you wanted to argue the point. Oh, what if it was your daughter? Blah, blah, blah. You can get the fuck on. I don't know why you're here. Yo, absolutely. Just hit me up. You got my info. Inbox me. Like, that's it. I think the cop was a rookie and scared, not sure, but asking. I don't know if the cop. Let's find out. Let's see if we can find out if the cop was there. Was a rookie. I don't think he was a rookie. Nicholas Reardon was his name. So the cop's name is Nicholas Reardon. Let's find out how long he's been on the force. Trying to find that information for y'all in real time. He's not a rookie. He's got at least 2 years. Let's pull this up because it don't take nothing but Googles. It takes nothing but motherfucking Google. Google says, the officer who fatally shot Ma'Khia Bryant, 16, on Tuesday evening in Columbus, Ohio, has been identified as Officer Nicholas Reardon. Reardon was hired to work in the Columbus Division of Police in 2019. Rookie is your first year. This man on his second. So, yeah, like that to me means absolutely nothing. Oh, and here's the thing. I'm not a journalist. I'm a broadcaster. World of difference. You should understand who you're talking to and what their qualifications and distinctions are. But yeah, I'm really fucking good at this job. So yeah, so he started there. So I'm trying to understand. Right. I mean, look, I think Antonio Starr's a good dude, but a lot of them Southern dudes, not all, because Banner don't act like this. A lot of them Southern dudes sit around and they got a bunch of excuses and explaining because they scared of massa and they want to blame everything on black people as if black people have not been programmed, conditioned, and dealt a bad hand. Like I said the other day, Negroes had nothing to celebrate before this whole Ma'Khia Bryant thing went off. I said Negroes had nothing to celebrate, and everybody told me, "Oh man, like you should let it." I said, "Listen, this doesn't stop cops from killing you with impunity," and they killed that girl with impunity. That is the end of it. She was killed with impunity. We shouldn't stand for that. But these are the things I do blame black people for. First, black people need to start putting together an economic power base, right? And so because black people don't put together an economic power base, what winds up happening is you have policing situations in areas where they do not live. And you have police that do not demographically reflect the people that they are policing. And then when you have all types of implicit and explicit bias as a result of these types of situations, then that's what that is. So there's that. And that to me is the whole thing. Let's see here. T.L. Jones says we need to stop settling for scraps when the table is right there in front of us. Yeah, the thing of it is we could have the biggest table in the world because we got a $1.2 trillion buying power worth of tables. So I'm trying to understand why we're going to them for anything. If we had us, we wouldn't need them. But we don't police ourselves. Yeah, that was accountability, but also it was a porn sacrifice. Meaning he did it. He was dead to rights. They know he did it. 10 cops said he did it. And 10 cops said that ain't a part of his training. What he did was not a part of his training. Right? So as a result, they knew what time it was. And not only was he guilty, but he was in a situation. They were in a situation where if he wasn't found guilty on all those charges, America would have burned last night and would still be burning right now. It would have looked like the Watts riot in all 50 states. Maybe Hawaii and Alaska might have gotten off, but definitely the continuous 48 would have got all the smoke. Real rap. Kaiser says, I got to escape, but your points are so relevant. Thank you for opening up the conversation for education. I appreciate you too, Kari. Good to see you, homie. The thing for me, right, is that at the end of the day, we cannot bow down to nonsense unless you have been or even been excessively exposed to the law all your life. That's it. Oh, no, absolutely. He going to get off. He white and they say so. And they're going to continue to do that because you know why? You know what black people do? And this is where black people lose me all the time. Black people are only outraged as long as the news cycle tells them to be. That is the problem. Black people, you go, and I'm gonna prove it to you. In Atlanta, when those women in the massage parlors were killed by that white man who had a mental health condition because he was a sex addict, and he shot them up. The first thing that happened. Flags at the White House, half mast. Next day, Joe and Chucks and Pearls got on Air Force 1s and 2s and got their asses down to the A. You want to know why? Because the Asians have an economic power base. That's it. The Asians have an economic power base. Black people don't have no economic power base. And I'm sorry. Any cop will tell you, if the job is too hard, You shouldn't do the fucking job. And when people say, oh, well, maybe he feared for his life and maybe this, that, and the third, I can get my cop brother on the phone right the fuck now, and he will tell you anytime somebody says they fear for their life, that is a PR move that the cop spin doctors tell them to say in order to justify the homicide. Situational outrage don't fly with me. I'm like Mark Ruffalo on the Avengers. You know, everybody's like, well, how do you just control when the Hulk comes out, when the Hulk don't come out? I'm always angry. Let me drink some more of these white tears. They're delicious. Y'all depend on a political, what up, David Sargasm, appreciate you. Y'all depend on a political solution for a financial problem. I don't. The greatest thing Puffy ever said was, don't worry if I write rhymes, I write checks. Like I was explaining to my Lyft driver today. You know, I was like, while y'all sit up here and talk about, oh, well, you know, we got to get behind Stacey Abrams because Stacey Abrams turned Georgia for the candidate that we wanted. I said, what did Joe Biden do for you in 8 years with Obama? Not a goddamn thing. What did Obama do with you in 8 years with Joe Biden? Not a goddamn thing. What did Joe Biden do for 47 years in the Senate specifically and exclusively for black people? Oh, the crime bill, 3 strikes, all that good shit. Yeah, he did that. Mm-hmm. He did that. Oh, and by the way, he also came up with the term welfare queens, was absolutely denigrates black women. And you know why he did it? Because he could. You know why Kamala Harris can get on national television and say, I'm not going to do anything specifically for black people? No, because she know ain't going to be no smoke for her, because all she got to do is remind y'all that she went to Howard. All she got to do is remind y'all that she AKA, and all she got to do is ski-wee and make sure her edges are freshly permed, and you Negroes will go right the hell there. Oh, I know that upsets some of y'all because y'all love Kamala so much, but y'all couldn't support her presidential campaign financially. That's why she had to drop out and become number 2, because y'all wanted her to be number 1 so bad that you supported her with your wallets. Not. Sorry, that was the tears of the sisters who act like they're really behind Kamala when they didn't do shit when she was running for president. And last I checked, president was a lot better than vice president, but I digress. You know, again, situationally outraged, situationally active. I'm not gonna do anything for black people. No. And she literally hit the crescendo. As I came into the window was the sound of a crescendo. No. Oh yeah. Yeah, not only did Kamala lock up people on nonviolent drug offenses, she also locked up parents who, majority of which were single moms who were working 1, if not 2 jobs while their kids were either late too many times or truant. So again, y'all keep supporting the bullshit, but y'all love ski-wee and perm. Y'all love chucks and pearls. Just fuck out of here. If you're on YouTube and you haven't hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell, I'm gonna need y'all to go on ahead and do that. If y'all ain't hit that Cash App yet, y'all can hit that Cash App, support the ministry. I'm just trying to understand. No, but y'all keep. I don't. And here's the gag, right? Maybe because I'm a pro wrestler. Maybe because I understand that there is something to be said for predetermined outcomes, that I can see something that maybe y'all can't see. And that's this. Regardless of who's in the White House, the agenda is still the agenda, and black people are going to get fucked. Oh, we got to get Trump out. And every time y'all said that, I would come to you and I would say, and then what? And you ne'er-do-well Negroes would say, well, then we can go in here and we can get things back to normal. Back to normal. Well, let's talk about what happened under the Obama administration. Remember Trayvon Martin? Remember Mike Brown? Remember Sandra Bland? Who was the president? Who the fuck was the president? Hold on, Reverend Bishop Bester Bully. Let the Deacon Wolf rise the offering. All right now. I'm trying to understand, because wasn't it Barry Obama? Wasn't it Barack? And he began Barack. Steady, jerking niggas all night long. Hey, Barack was steady jerking. I'm trying to understand. Sandra Bland died under Obama's watch. Mike Brown died under Obama's watch. Trayvon died under Obama's watch and gave way to mumbling ass, what's his name? Crump. You done messed with Sister Kamala Harris. Be careful, Dave. We don't want the piggy group kidnapping you. Look, man, listen. Leon, if they want it, they can come get it. Because they don't do shit no way. Matter of fact, I'm going to go on record as saying all of the Divine Nine are worthless. That's my opinion. It's my show. I feel they're worthless. If it's not, because here's why, right? The Divine Nine are like mega church preachers to me. Here's why. Because this is all they do, right? They'll do food drives. They'll do clothing drives. They'll do book drives. They'll sponsor after school programs. They'll do bike giveaways. They'll do credit repairs and job fairs. After that, what? How many super PACs have members of these organizations started? Because I know somebody's going to say, well, they can't go out here and start a PAC. They can't be politically involved. But the organizations can. I've seen Qs jump on trash cans, put up hooks, set out a hop, talk shit, beat niggas up, manhandle women. But no, I've seen Kappas twirl canes. I've seen Zetas and Sigmas, dancing in blue and white circles, but I have not seen any change. Because here's the gag. If the Divine Nine was started in order to give blacks better opportunities, then why are black people doing so piss poor? And why are they so uneducated? Could you just be the talented 10th that do absolutely nothing? Okay. All right, cool. Wolf said we gonna set trip. Who won it? They voted for her because she hopped off the plane with the weak Timbs. Do you see how fickle you Negroes are? Y'all are fickle as fuck. Dot man, you absolutely right. But people who didn't vote were the problem. Well, I don't know. Because like I said, y'all got to understand real quick, whether all black people stayed at home or not, they were going to have who they wanted. Because Bernie Sanders was whipping Joe Biden's ass, and then all of a sudden some calls were made, and they was like, yo, it's Joe's turn. And everybody backed off of Bernie, and all of a sudden Joe Biden, who was losing every debate, Joe Biden who fell asleep at one debate, Joe Biden who was getting his ass handed to him by none other than Kamala Harris, who then got her ass handed to her by Tulsi Gabbard, was sitting around, losing this thing and losing it royally. And all of a sudden he came back. Hacker Spawn, what the fuck are you talking? Black people do poor because they choose to? I don't even know what the hell is going on with you. I'm so confused by everything you're saying. Those that want to get somewhere do. Okay. What Dot Man says, shut your bitch ass up. I think that a lot of black people suffer from a lack of knowledge, and then they don't want to hear when someone with knowledge is giving it to them. So that is a problem. So yeah, like you can't tell me that if there's so many cases of white people in very similar situations not getting there, right? And I'm not saying that what happened wasn't a confusing melee, ruckus, whatever the hell you want to call it, right? Anybody heard of pepper spray? We not pepper spraying no more. No. I would have been cool. I would have been cool if this dumbass cop would have took his billy club like Captain America took his shield and go. That girl was murdered. I'm sorry. Y'all can say whatever the fuck y'all want. There's a million and one ways to take that down. On top of that, I remember meeting someone in the Secret Service, and I said, let me get this straight. You protect the president? He said, yeah. I said, so basically you signed your own death warrant. He said, how you figure that? I said, because it's your job to take a bullet for a president. He said, no, young man. It is my job to move the president out of the way of the bullets. I ain't say I got to get shot. You trying to tell me that you can't take down a 16-year-old with a knife and one 16-year-old with a knife? You can't do that? That's what you're telling me? Then you shouldn't wear the fucking badge. Sorry. It's pepper spray, taser, then. That's why they say don't bring a knife to a gunfight. This motherfucker had a gun. I would have literally, I'd have been okay if he popped one cap in her ass. Literally in her ass. Because you shoot somebody in the ass cheek, 9 times out of 10, they're going to live. When's the last time you heard of somebody dying by bullet wound through ass cheek? Unless they ain't got no ass, but that was a little bit of a thick girl, so I'm pretty sure that bullet would lie somewhere in that cheek. He could have tackled her. He could have bully clubbed her. I'd have been cool with all of that. But nah. And the thing of it is, right? The reason that white folks continue to kill us with impunity is because they know ain't no real consequences. Go to Chinatown and kill one of theirs. You see what happens, right? Everything stopped. Flag at half mast. Listen, go back. When Trayvon Martin was killed senselessly, did Obama put the flag at half staff? No. What would you be saying now if the officer took a less lethal opinion and the girl stabbed the other girl in the neck? I would say that girl had no business being there with her 3 fucking friends rolling up on one girl. She wanted to smoke. She got what she deserved. Because the victim became the victor. That's what the fuck I'd say. And I'll say it 1,000 times. If it was my daughter, if it was my niece, if it was my cousin, I would say the same damn thing. The officer had one job and was to protect those that were attacked. Sorry, this hurts your feelings. It doesn't hurt my feelings. You're a fucking moron. But he was can't spell, there to protect the knife-wielding maniac. See, this is the shit, and this is why, and I guarantee you this motherfucker is white. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. No, them 4 motherfuckers who rolled up on her were playing stupid games, and they was about to get their stupid prize by fucking with her. And the cop came without assessing the situation, but pop, 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 pop. The cop wasn't supposed to know who was who. He was supposed to incapacitate everybody and get control of the scene. It happens all the time. Things get diffused that are bigger than fucking that. And he wasn't the only cop on the scene. So please, miss me with the bullshit. Robert H. Waters. Shantae said the girl didn't get stabbed. That's the point. But we're going on the theory that, she would have been stabbed if he didn't shoot her 4 times in the chest, center mast. Mayonnaise in the house. Like, y'all can try and justify it any fucking way you want to, but it sounds absolutely ridiculous every time you do. 4 rounds by a trained professional killer for a 16-year-old girl. Okay. That's cool. I would love to see him at a bank robbery. Like, we needed this motherfucker on 9/11. Because apparently he's just fucking John McClane in this shit. He's Die Hard. He's that guy. You tell who? Tough Tony. Tough Tony's out here. Yeah, I mean, like I need my Carmen Sandiego pimp hat because I need to know. I need to know real quick. Where in the world is your fucking logic? Fuck out of here. 4 damn shots. You lost your goddamn mind? No. Unfucking believable. And can't nobody say nothing. 4 shots was excessive. It was a cowardly move. It's a bunch of teenage fucking girls. I'm sorry, not in the chest, in the back. Center mast. She was shot 4 times in the back. The police was not the police was a woman shooter. The shooter wasn't a woman. He was a woman killer. That's what he was, right? And cops routinely, any cop will tell you this, cops routinely find ways to take out heavily armed white men who just killed people alive. They take them in alive, no problem. People really act like cops and citizens have the same training and expectations, and we don't. It was intentional. Let's just cut the shit. But y'all don't want to cut the shit. Y'all are literally splaining for this white cop. What's the matter, boss? We sick? What's the matter, boss? That girl's back got in the way of your bullets, boss? Fuck out of here. Shame on you. Anybody who thinks for a minute that was justified, okay. I just drank some of the tears of the splainers. Like, I just don't understand where people get off. I think it's deplorable. And I've also, because I already know someone's going to say, but with Dave, and this is my this is my favorite. Y'all love asking this. I'm gonna give it to you. Well, Dave, what are the solutions? Why do you have some solutions? I want to get some solutions. Well, solution number one is make sure that you train your children to not do punk shit like these four little fuckers did. That's solution number one. Solution number two is have a financial power base so that we can address these things and get legislation passed so that cops who are not of the same ilk don't go around policing us. The victims must be white in order for them to care. Yep, it's the truth. Yes, they are, and it is disgusting, boy. They act like it couldn't happen to them. Yep. Oh, benefit of the doubt ass niggas. Oh, let's, and it's always whenever one of us gets killed, right? This child wasn't a criminal. This child was a victim. This child was scared. If you listen to that 911 call, that child sounded scared to me. It's the 911 call I heard. She sounded scared. Charles says, it's crazy how just a few years ago we argued for police to quit overuse of the taser. Now we wish we'd use them instead. Yeah, no, that's a little bit different. I don't think you should be handling a 16-year-old kid with fucking bullets. Unless the 16-year-old kid is pointing a fucking gun at you. If you can't take a little fucking knife out of a 16-year-old kid's hand, if you don't know how to use a billy club to stop her, then you weren't paying attention in PT. Get the fuck out of here. The cop and the four girls need to be charged. I say the cop, the four girls, and their fucking parents need to be charged. That's it. Because it was negligent. It was completely preventable. And it should have been prevented before them four girls decided to roll up on her house because she was standing her ground. The most innocent girl in the whole situation was the victim. And the victim was holding the knife. And the reason the victim was holding the knife is because there were four fucking girls. And these asses talking about it was justified, but that white boy shot and injured both of them while they was talking to him. Mm-hmm. They will say it's justified because of the knife. Shaking my head. No, a 16-year-old got killed by Lansing police and was cleared. Oh, yeah. He's white and they say so. A white cop was caught on tape saying to a white female motorist, we only kill black people. I remember that. Then they said one of the cops said Blue Lives Matter. That's not true. Well, he did say Blue Lives Matter, but the thing of it is he had a Blue Lives Matter face mask on. I'm going to let that sink in. He had a Blue Lives Matter face mask on. The fuck out of here. A Blue Lives Matter face mask on. I thought you were supposed to protect and serve all the people. I thought that, you was blue. What the hell happened? I'm trying to understand that. And he killed a cop. He said, stay their raggedy asses out of our community. Go police their own neighborhoods. Oh, but they won't. Because they'll come and they'll bring them a cup of coffee. Let's talk about the police killing pregnant black women. Happens all the time. Nobody's safe. Not black men. Not black teenage girls. Not upstanding citizens. Not black people in suits. Not bullying victims. Not people selling CDs. Not people on the corner selling Lucy's. Not people minding their own business. Not people having ice cream in their fucking living room. We are not fucking safe. Only white shooters go into custody after going on a rampage and give them. It was actually Burger King. I want to be factual. It was Burger King that they gave Dylan Roof. Thank you, brother. This is what I've been telling people. Everybody's justifying the cops' actions. It's amazing how all of a sudden, this is what's amazed me from 2008 to right now. The second Obama showed up, everybody became a political pundit. Everybody just understood the political system better than a daggone social studies teacher all of a fucking sudden. Before that, y'all wasn't giving a fuck, right? Now, since after Obama got in office and black people have been getting murdered with impunity by cops and white people and white people getting off like it's in a time to kill loop or some shit. What winds up happening is black people are all of a sudden forensic criminal analysts. Like they're just brought in as special fucking consultants for cops murdering young women. This is the most amazing thing. Thank you. They just don't get it. We can't even breathe and be left alone. Everything is dangerous. Absolutely. Yeah. Let's talk about police lying on their reports. What other profession does that? None. They put out a report saying that George Floyd was a risk. He was this. He was that. He had a medical condition. Blah 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 blah. But that teenage young black girl ran the tape and gave him that beam footage, and then all of a sudden, that's how Derek Chauvin got convicted. And that's what people don't want to talk about. Everybody want to talk about every damn thing else. We want to talk about that though. You know, I'm just really, really, upset. But I do want to put something up though, right? If y'all want to do something, y'all want to be proactive. You know what I'm saying? Like we gotta move a little bit. We got to move a little bit differently. We got to start holding people accountable. We got to start looking at what absolutely happens. No, keep them coming, Tom. We here. They can say what they want about New Orleans, but we don't have that crap here. And they shoot the cops first. One tried and they fired his ass quick. Yep. That shit don't happen. They do it on who they can do it on. Real rap. Tyrone says this bitch ass cop didn't even tell the girl to freeze before he pulled his weapon and shot her. It was get down, pop, 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 pop. His weapon was drawn the moment he hit the screen. Absolutely, it was. Immediately. He didn't go in there to defuse. He was like, oh, it's time to kill a nigga. The other solutions are we start demanding things. Like if a cop knew that unjustifiably killing someone, regardless of color, while on duty would cost them their pension, I guarantee you would see such a drop in police-related deaths, it would blow your mind. They want to demonize direct action too. Of course they do. They want to demonize absolutely anything that doesn't make any sense. Right. As soon as he came on the scene, that's what he did. He just, Tyrone, you ain't got to tell me, I already know. I guarantee you, if their pension got tied up in that shit, then all of a sudden it's done. See, let me break something down for y'all. There's only two things, because I know y'all don't want to hear this, but I'm gonna tell y'all anyway. There's only two things that people understand, and I'm gonna tell them to you right now. And I know y'all ain't gonna like it, but I don't really give a fuck. I'm gonna tell y'all anyway. They only focus on two things. There's only two things that works: the loss of revenue or the loss of blood. You start taking away the money, or you start getting your pound of flesh, going Old Testament. This ain't time for Minnie Riperton God. No, we need we need Megadeth God. We need Old Testament fire and brimstone, flood, Sodom and Gomorrah, turn you into pillars of salt God. We need Ezekiel 25:17 God, and I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger, which, by the way, is not in the Bible. That passage is literally like one sentence, but leave it to Tarantino, right? Yeah, he went on there to kill a nigga. That's what he did. See, when you start taxing, like if we find all the companies, let's see here. We want to do some Googles. Let's see. Major corporations. Let's go ahead and do this. In Columbus, Ohio. Okay. So look, I'm using my Googles. I'm gonna show y'all something. I'll show y'all something. Yep, take their pension all day, every day, right? So let me show y'all something real quick, and I'm gonna show y'all how y'all impact change, right? So 20 biggest companies to work for. So L Brands. L Brands is an American fashion retailer. Its flagship stores include Victoria's Secret and Bath and Body Works. So then we start writing letters to Victoria's Secret and Bath and Body Works and saying, hey, L Brands, as long as cops are killing people with impunity, we the black people are not going to support you in any way, shape, or form until such time as this happens, right? Nationwide is in Ohio. So Nationwide Mutual Insurance, you know what that means. Guess what? Nationwide, we're leaving y'all in mass. If you got a Nationwide insurance policy, fuck that. Take your ass over to State Farm. Take your ass over to Prudential. You know what I mean? Go hit their asses up. I don't know nothing about Schottenstein. Ohio Health. Oh, the Ohio State University. You see what I'm saying? Like, but to me, if we just focused on L Brands and Nationwide right there, that would cripple the economy in Columbus. That's all I'm saying. So let's a lot of once again, you do wrong, wrong will follow. Juicy J, no heart, no love. Amen. Shout out to Juicy J. Any idiot can be a police officer, and that needs to stop, my opinion. Absolutely. Dot Man said, kissing white folks' asses and taking the cop side ain't going to save y'all. Listen, coons don't realize that their coon affiliation only lasts a certain amount of time. Christina says, our government wants civilians to have stricter gun laws, but maybe our police need them too. The thing of it is, they don't want our citizens, our civilians to have stricter gun laws. They want black people to have stricter gun laws, right? That's why there's so many gun buybacks in the hood. We won't ask any questions, yeah, because they want to make sure y'all ain't got no weapons. When they talk about gun control, they're not going into white people's houses and taking their stockpiles. They're coming to get you. They're coming to get your 45. They're coming to get your Ruger. They coming to get your Saturday Night Special. They coming to get your revolver. They coming to get your shotgun. Shoot them for it right now. Tyrone says, do you remember when the white dude pulled a sword on the white cops and they did nothing? It was a video on that last year sometime. Yeah, I just played a video of a white dude pulling out a weapon on cops and they ain't do nothing. Let's only send black police in the black neighborhoods in the future. That way, the only people you have to blame is yourselves. I absolutely agree with that, you racist piece of shit. Thank you so much. That's what I've been saying for the past hour, you dumb dick. Tony Bracy says, what up, Tony Bracy? Yo, shit, inbox me, motherfucker. I ain't seen you in forever. The other important thing to note is the complete disregard he had for the others in the area. Wrong for him to shoot at her, but what if those bullets hit any one of those other kids? Further shows how much he didn't care about any of those black kids' lives. Oh, here we go with facts. You mean to tell me that it's not procedure to go ahead and just shoot into that mass of people? What? God forbid. My man Tony Bracy, where you been, homie? I inbox your boy. Look up the Daniel Shaver case. It's hard to watch the video. Let's see here. So listen. I got no problem. Let's. Oh, I found it. Let's go ahead and roll that beautiful beam footage here. Let's get this popping. I'm gonna share it real quick. Let's go to the shares. It was unarmed. Let's watch the video.
Stop right there! Stop!
Oh yeah.
Hey, young man, listen to my instructions and do not make a mistake. You are to keep your legs crossed. Do you understand me? You are to put both of your hands
You ever wondered what actors and actresses do when they have to get in shape really fast for a movie?
No. Yeah, that's kind of how that happens. Yeah, so let's see, Robert. So we have to start our own alternatives before this will work. As long as we don't have black-owned options, this won't be effective because we won't actually do it. We have black-owned options, right? So there's Grace Private Security. There is the FOI. They do private security as well. There's plenty of black private security firms. There's plenty of black militias. Like, no, let's not act like we can't make that happen. Sorry, let's not do that. Yeah, that's you are racist, Hacker Spawn, but I so appreciate you bringing my numbers up, you racist piece of shit. I really do. I want to go out of my way to thank you, Hacker Spawn. That's why you're such a bitch. You won't put your actual picture up. You won't come on here and talk. You won't because you know you're a racist piece of shit. And the statistics are not on your side. Because if you want to run statistics, we can talk about white on white crime being at an all-time high, while your racist term of black on black crime is at a low. Sorry, get the fuck out of here. But please continue to comment and boost my views. Thank you so much, you dumb dick. Vibes for anyone attempting to justify this bullshit just dropped a bomb. I'm sorry. It took the family of George Floyd to demand Biden-Harris to speak after Derek Chauvin was found guilty. Oh, no. They were going to do that because they want the optics. They want to look like they care. See, lazy people. Everybody know a lazy person at their job that acts like they do something, but they ain't done shit. That's what that was. That was all performative justice. That whole situation was performative. Yeah, Wolf, I'm with you on that. Tyrone said, man, this is why I don't vote for none of these politicians on either side, because they don't give a damn about black people, especially in situations like this. I wish black people would vote for black people, meaning I wish that black people would vote for black people financially. I wish that black people would vote for black people educationally. I wish that black people would vote for black people fiscally. I wish that black people would vote for each other from a group economic standpoint. You know, like that's what I wish. But, you know, who want to listen to me? The officer who killed Jane Saber was found not guilty. He got to walk free. He's retired with his pension, claims PTSD, and the gun he used to kill Jane Saber had your fucked etched onto it. Wow. A bullet in the face. Yep. You notice they didn't let that movie come out when blacks are taking revenge for every black that they killed. They knew it better, so they pulled it from coming out. What was the name of that movie? I'm going to look that up. Bro, my heart raged right all over again. I understand. He taunted that man. Yes, he did. I remember when they murdered that man. I mean, boycotting businesses. Yeah, the thing of it is, black people ain't got the stomach for boycotting businesses. You dumb Negroes. Not you, Robert. I don't know you from a hole in my ass. You dumb Negroes think that boycotting for one day is going to do something, right? And then y'all boycott for the wrong shit. Historically, black people have boycotted for the wrong shit. Montgomery's bus boycott was about not having to just sit at the back of the bus. Did you know that there were black bus companies in Montgomery? They didn't want them. They wanted to sit at the front of the white bus companies. They didn't ask for free rides. They didn't ask for ownership in that bus company. They just wanted to march and walk so they can sit in the front of the bus. Symbolic shit. You know, you fast forward 40, 50 years later, and you know what happens? Oh, you know, the coolest place to sit on the bus is in the back of the bus. No idea. Oh no, I love giving him attention, Miss Lachey 35, because he's bringing my views up. They kill their parents for money. Hello, right? How do we feel about 13-year-old Adam? Was his death justified? I don't think any of these police deaths were justified. Even Ashley Babbitt, who was killed while riding in the Capitol, Dante Wright didn't deserve to die. None of these deaths can logically be justified. Oh, they'll find a way to justify any damn thing because they're weak and they're extra. Tobias says, for those bigots and sambos in the back, most black males are in prison for nonviolent drug offenses, but are typically serving longer sentences than white violent male offenders. Yeah, nobody wants to hear that. Tom says, in our schools, we have kids being punished every day for having black hairstyles, economic and social violence in all directions. When Target is legal due to economic violence, then what is wrong? Good question. If we supported black businesses as a way of life, we wouldn't have to boycott. Here's the thing, and I said this on my Instagram, and I'll say it here, right? When a Jewish child is born, that Jewish child doesn't have to be taught to support Jewish businesses. It does it because it's a way of life. That child sees its mother do it, sees his father do it, sees his brother do it, his sister do it, his aunties, his uncles, his cousins, right? When an Asian American child, or a Chinese American child to be specific, is born, they don't have to be taught the importance of group economics. It's a lifestyle. They see their mother do it, their father do it, their sister do it, their brother do it, their cousins do it, their aunties and uncles do it. With black people, you have to beg them and convince them. The first thing they say is, oh, well, yeah, I would eat at the Jamaican spot, but I found a spot on my fork. Bitch, have you been to an Olive Garden? Y'all will find a problem in paradise every single time. Oh my God, I said that. Boycott for a week if you want to, make a frenzy a day. Hell, I could go all day without eating. That ain't gonna do shit. I tell people all the time, like, that's the dumbest thing in the world. If you don't boycott, you boycott for 20 years. You say 20 years or until justice happens, whichever comes first. And then on the 19th year and the 364th day, if justice hasn't come, you renew it for another 20. That's how you make change. And then you beat people in the pockets. Y'all ain't learned that yet? If every black person called out of work, if every black person stopped supporting white-owned businesses, all of them, then guess what? This would change immediately. Because the last thing they don't want the loss of blood, and they don't want the loss of revenue. Chris Walker said, I saw you like my story the other day with the racist girl DM me. Yo, that was crazy. I wish I had that link, because that was crazy. I saw that. I was like, wow. Sure don't these fools down here boycotted Roos's food store for 1 week after he was at a Trump rally and sold out for cheap crawfish. I don't really care about Trump rallies, though. Like, I think there's so much there. Relying on the government and believing in Democrats and liberals are your answer, and it's a deadly mistake. Miss Lachey said, what's up, Colonel? It's LaShonda Anderson. Haven't seen you, Janae, in a minute. Blesses you and your family, brother. I appreciate you. Really, really appreciate you. But yeah, man, like, to me, we got to start thinking differently, and we got to start thinking economically. But that girl was murdered. And all they understand is loss of revenue and loss of blood. We need black car manufacturers, black-owned companies that build skyscrapers, that build computers, or at least very own production of the things that we use most, like every other race here. Cool. What's the Jewish-owned car company? The Chinese car company. Like, we do have plenty of construction people that build skyscrapers. A lot of folks, believe that we don't, but we do. There's a lot of things that we have here. The thing of it is, the infrastructures, the licensing, all that stuff, you still have to go through the system, and that's where the fuck shit happens. So, they bombed Tulsa, and you niggas in 2021 ain't let that register yet. What has to happen for you to understand that, baby, that died was us, and we are her, flat out. Absolutely. Yeah, there's a company in Ghana that produces cars, Can't Tonka. Yeah, I've heard of them. Trying to get it over here, though, woo, logistical bitch. Trust me, I know. Not saying it can't be done. Worldwide Technology is a computer and electronics company. WorldWrap. So we have things, but even still, right? There's plenty of things that we do have that we could do. That's why I'm so proud of people like Deion Sanders. I'm so proud of Eddie George. Deion Sanders coaching at Jackson State. Eddie George signing on to coach at Tennessee State. Like, it's a difference, because then you start crippling that PWI situation and put more focus on HBCUs. If you're into the college, the CEO of Ford is Jewish. Okay, but Henry Ford was an Episcopalian. A CEO can be replaced. That's not a Jewish owned company. I shot black owned, but I burn plenty gas, but it'd be worth it. I'm a black coalition group. They put up all the black business stores. I ain't mad at that. My point is, there's still a shit ton of things that we could do economically that would set each other up for the long haul. But again, some of y'all just don't get it. Christina says, I think a lot of parents need to step up too. Many of these killings are of young kids lately, even school shootings. Could we as parents prevent these things? We need to open up our eyes and ears. The police should get more involved with the community, get to know families and neighborhood. The police are not going to do anything other than what they're functioned to do. Police have been functioning since for as long as I can remember to do one thing and only one thing. And that one thing is regulate Negroes. Like that's what they were created for. They were slave catchers and they were Negro wranglers. Like that was their whole gig. So I'm trying to understand at what point don't we remember where folks really were on the situation and what that looks like. So, that's really, for me, just kind of the bottom line. And until such time, and I've been saying that the people need to police their own damn neighborhoods. Absolutely. Their origins have never been for our community other than roundups and slaughter. That's it. But you start telling black folks that, then they got all types of issues and all types of problems. So let's get it popping, people. Let's get it popping. Tom says people respond to Cassie jingles if you want to make the change. So I gotta put out some jingles. That's what we're doing. We gotta do jingles out here. That's what's up. I'm gonna get on them jingles though, like real rap. I'm gonna get on all them jingles, and then we'll get it popping. So that's what I wanted to say, man. Chicken, so upset, But I really want to thank y'all for being here. If you haven't, donated to the ministry, y'all can definitely go ahead and do that. Y'all can hit that Cash App. It's $BusinessBully. Always appreciate the donations. I hope you are well. I hope that we continue to put our best foot forward, and I hope that we don't let these things go unjustified. That's what they do here in New Orleans. If you don't live here, you can't police here. Yeah, it makes a difference because if you know where the cops live, you're going to be real careful how you come off. So that's what I got, man. I really appreciate y'all for being here. I want to thank y'all so much for all that y'all do. If y'all didn't know, you can also support, my efforts on Patreon. We're doing a whole lot of cool stuff on Patreon. So if you haven't gone there, you can go there too. So patreon.com / the business bully. So y'all can go ahead and hit that. You dig? It's always a good thing. Patreon.com / the business bully. So yeah, man, make sure y'all subscribe, hit the notification bell for you YouTube people. I want to thank y'all so much for being here. Like I really, 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 really appreciate it. Also, if you're trying to grow and scale your business, y'all can head over to bully101.com. Bully101.com is just an amazing situation, a phenomenal community of people who might not be at my $30,000 mastermind level, but still need a lot of help. We got a digital university. We got Monday morning motivation. Derek Grace is going to be coming in tomorrow to teach inside the Bully 101 curriculum, and it's absolutely phenomenal. So I'm gonna need you to get your ass in gear and get over there tomorrow night at 8. It's going to be a great situation. So holla at your boy. I love y'all so much. Until next time, get out of your feelings and into your business. I don't care what the fucking venue is. I don't care if it's Instagram, Facebook, MySpace, or Teletype. If there's somebody there, I'm going to be where they are. Guys, Bay, Nerd Chuck is in the building. What's up, man?
Life is good, man. Thanks for having me. You know how pumped I am I'm doing the show.
My man Taz Daddy!
Yes, sir. To make millions for other people, I can make millions for.
Year in, year out, he not a rookie. He a man of many hats and different skills. Give him any struggle in business and watch he make it build. Hard to believe, and please check the resume. Best-selling author and showcase on Ebony. 2-time Southern Entertainment Award winner.